All right, traders, let's take a look, see what's going on. I am have a super busy week ahead of me. I'm getting lifeguard certified this week. I have to do online training. I've got lifeguard training or tours all day for 6 straight days, maybe 8 straight days. So I'm going to keep things really simple with limit orders and yeah, trying to hold. So I'm going to start with Bitcoin. I had several nice trades up from the bottom. My best one, I got filled right in here on this pullback after getting out near the high and got out up here. I missed this little move because I tried to get in. I exited at the high here and limit ordered. I didn't get back in. And then I had a limit order in this gap, but based on what the price did, I decided to re-enter, which I'm glad I did. ETH's kind of weak. I had this short, but I do not anymore. I'm just letting it run. Yeah, I'm looking to trade Bitcoin back to all-time highs. When we look at gold, which has just had a monster year, streaking to all-time highs. We look at the stock market, which is pushing all-time highs, compressing at the highs, and we look at how bearish things have been, and we look at the funding. I'm really interested in trading Bitcoin, excuse me, to a trend above new all-time highs. I think it's time for it. I believe this is our first higher low. And the moment we get above 65, that's our first higher high. And I'm just trying to be long and survive. So I'm trying to compound it and I'm trying to add on to it. And that's the play. Um, Now let's look at the total 3. ETH doesn't look nearly as good under the hood. We're going to take a look at that as ETH dominance has just been losing the level, going lower and lower. ETH BTC losing the wick. But ETH has this breakout and could also be putting in a higher low. I think it could happen quickly, but we'll see. I am trading alts short as well. I have a short on Luna right now. Um, yeah, I was trying to be short on helium. It didn't fill. I got filled on an ATH short. I might leave that alone. And then I have this GMT short. CKB, I was actually interested in a long on from how it looked under the hood. And that long would have worked. But I'm just trying to be way more picky. Let's see what else happened. Pendle, Super is pushing higher. BSV, BNX, Ape. Yeah, let's look under the hood at the main ones that I'm trading. So right now that is Bitcoin. I also want to look at ETH even though I'm not trading it. Let's start with the ones that I'm trading. So we're going to look under the hood at Bitcoin, and then we're going to look at Luna and Aave, because these are the ones that I'm in. I'm going to go ahead and take a look, see what's going on. Positions, Luna, Bitcoin, I mean, it's looking decent. Bitcoin is the main one. I kind of like, I don't think I can really afford to risk more, maybe. I could maybe be really greedy and try to, which I might do actually. Because I feel pretty strongly about the possibility of this happen, and I want to not just make money, but um, we see funding rate increasing, so there's the possibility of a pullback. Um, Although it's not crazy high, and yeah, I mean it can just start to move up. We also let's look at Luna and Aave because it might make sense to not hold these, but I could also hold them and use the short risk to, this isn't what I want, to add to my Bitcoin position. Okay, Aave. Okay, let's look at CVD and open interest. Okay, let's look. CVD, open interest, and see, does it make sense to stay with these? We see funding rates predicted to move positive now, which I like, and we haven't really seen. I'm gonna drop to a lower time frame to get a better idea of what's going on here. Okay, yeah, it's flipping positive and sellers are selling, so I'm liking sticking with Luna. If I wanted to, I could remove risk by putting my stop at the high, which would be a way to, yeah, limit risk. But I'm okay with sticking with it for now. And then Aave, if we look at Aave, well, the squeeze up that's happening right now, not that it can't continue, but it looks like a major increase in open interest and it's futures based, so I'm okay with staying with Aave for now. Now, because I'm in these two shorts, just to manage my risk, and because these are running without me anyways, I'm going to, yeah, Helium. Helium would be working pretty well if I had had the patience. Also, if I had gotten into a limit order, but it is what it is. It's okay. One, yeah, the Elliott wave thing does appear to be playing out potentially. That said, again, I want to limit my short risk to the two positions that I have. And then I'm interested in potentially, I don't think I can. I mean, my idea would be if price comes down here to add on. I kind of like it though. I can advance my stop. And then trade down here. I kind of like that. So my idea is trade underneath this wick. So for the Bitcoin position that I'm in, I'm gonna set my stop here at 58,125, which takes off a little bit of risk. And then I'm gonna put a limit order right down here. Actually right here at 59,247. At 59,247. Let's go to Bitcoin. 59,247 with a stop at 58,122, which is what, about 1,000 lower. I'm gonna take a bigger risk, which I feel like I can because I feel I'm hedged by the alt shorts somewhat. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna risk it. And that's gonna give me, oh, that's my max long. I cannot. I think I'm gonna close this one, and if we get down there, I'll reevaluate it. So 59,247 for the stop loss at 58,127. And I'm not using a TP here. And the reason I'm not using a TP is because feel like an all-time high is a likely outcome, possibly. 59,247. 58,127 is my stop. Yeah, okay. And I feel like I have enough risk on. I've got the Luna short risk. Although I could consider adding and advancing my stop here as we've created actually our first bearish fair value gap here. So yeah, I kind of like the idea of um, trying for a little add and advance here. What I have to think about, do I want, I mean, a 1 ATR stop? My stop's already pretty tight. I don't know that I love it. It's going to be interesting. Right, if it takes above this high, then I'll probably look to get out. I know that Ave's move up is based on big leverage long positions in here. Although it does actually look like um, there's been an increase in spot buying, but it's still net selling. And yeah, its funding is positive. It's more significantly the longs. So I'm okay with leaving that. Um, I feel like an add in advance, but it would really increase the odds of, well, it would maybe not decrease the odds of winning because I probably want to do this anyways. But funding's finally going negative. Have we seen any bearish fair value gaps? Hardly. There were a couple here. It's pushing higher. I mean, there's also worlds though where I take L's on my alt shorts. So my entrance on Aave is based on it respecting these gaps, which right now it's pushing higher. I do want to leave it alone for now. So if we look from here to here, it had I mean, it already was retraced pretty significantly, so it makes sense to have a bounce. The only decision that I feel I still have is advancing Luna, adding advancing Luna. I kind of like kind of like doing it. So I would, for Luna, I'm going to set my stop at 0.444. And then I would add a small amount at 0.4234, 4234, with a stop at 0.444, with a take profit at 0.3621. Or maybe, I think this is maybe a better TP. 0.3727. And how much do I want? 4234. So I'm allowing for a slight sweep of the high. Okay, and if we look at my orders, it's way too much risk. Okay. And then, yeah, for this one, I think I'm aiming a little bit too far, maybe. Here's a better place to aim. 0.037. Okay. We'll let it roll. I'm okay with this not filling because it just means that I won. And I want to leave it slightly above the high to allow for a sweep of the high. But I like that it hit a major target and then is creating a fair value gap where it didn't even create one here. That's what you want to see. Where, okay, this gap might fill, and if the gap doesn't fill, that's totally okay too. Aave, I'm gonna let Aave run. I don't really like what it's doing, but I'm gonna let the possibility of the odds playing out in my favor. Yeah, it's maybe not the best one, but I don't think I have that much at risk on Aave. Also, if I have a risk 300, yeah, it's pretty small risk. Luna I like more because I'm early. Not that it's guaranteed to work, but it's why. For the other ones, it's like I'm late. Helium, I didn't do a good job. I think my initial entry was actually in here, and I just kind of chickened out. Something like, although I wouldn't still be in it necessarily. I was kind of targeting here. Also, wouldn't be printing like crazy. This thing about these inefficient ones or efficient ones is they're slow. Okay, let's look at some other options. Let's go ahead and look at CKB. Is it still the most shorted one? Yes, I have to leave it alone if it's this short, but it's starting to neutralize. Also, we still see spot continuing to, this is spot led, so CKP is a long, if anything, it's a long, not a short, but it's not a trade for me. It's important to be early trade, which is why I like the Luna one. Aave one's not quite as good, but I also didn't risk that much on this. Yeah, it's just moving steadily against me. It's alright. Okay, that's where we are. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon to check on it, but we're done for now. Much love.